picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. It's the UCF Knights and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, the Cougars head coach told me before the game, this could be one of their most important games of the year. With both teams undefeated, this game is a separator. As the college football playoff looms near, they have to separate and prove they are one of the best teams in the country. They have a chance to do that here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Knights ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will have the football first. And here comes L.J. Martin, one of the top running backs in the game, and we expect them to feed him a lot.
Well, this team's college football playoff hopes lie on this running back's ability to show up week in, week out. It's one thing to do it against subpar competition. We've seen that this year. But this is the real challenge now. At this point of the season, going up against one of the best run defenses in the country that's going to be honed in on stopping him. Can this guy answer the bell? Get another win. This is a team peaking. Put a couple of wins together now back-to-back. But if they win this one and this guy has a big game, that is a big statement.
All right, guys, let's chat about BYU and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's Bachmeier. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Some misdirection with the counter. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Looks it in. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So the UCF Knights offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, reading at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
To the air, it's Barnett. Finds his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Watson. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Rides to the back. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll give it to Watson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Left side is Farmer. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier, inbounds, and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
Got to make the play on fourth. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not work.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Out wide left, it's Martin. Which is if BYU will have a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Finds his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
All right, and it all starts with the big bear. I mean, first of all, when your name is Bear, you're cooler than everyone else. But when you saw him come in as a freshman a year ago, big, strong, everybody debated his weight. Is he 220? Is he 230? Probably closer to 250. And you watched him as a freshman make play after play with his legs, throwing the football. Palmer, this is a guy, man, in this offense, in this system, he takes another step, and he's better passing the ball through the air. You better watch out for BYU.
I think you're right. I think expectations are a lot different in Provo this year because of what you just said. I think Bear Bachmeier kind of came out of nowhere a year ago, and all of a sudden you blinked, and they were 8-0, and at the end of the year they're playing in the Big 12 championship game. He was just a freshman. He's had an outstanding offseason. The coaching staff already says he's digesting more of the playbook. They're going to be able to open it up a little bit more. He's going to play with more confidence, and if he stays healthy, BYU can win the conference and reach the playoff.
Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, BYU.
We got something different, guys, here in the second quarter. We got points, right? No points in the first quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Makes the catch. It's Barnett. All by himself down the middle. To the house. Touchdown, Knights. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Bachmeier. Got his man on the outside. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
On the direct snap, it's Watson. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Pulls it, trying to get the corner.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Simon. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Knights with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
What a disappointment. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. On the run, it's Martin. Stopped right there.
And they tried to run that sweep out right. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. The screen, and watch out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Whip it out to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Punt is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Offense at an empty set. Wants to throw on first. Caught behind the line. It's Watson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got a man. It's Hall. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Drives inside. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Knights will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to... And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Mottmeyer. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
They're all over him. Left side, it's Lyons. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. No room to bring it back. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Throws for the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Turns it upfield. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. The run inside. It's Martin. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with a look at Western Kentucky, taking on the number 8 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the home squad, looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. And now back to your game in Provo. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Finds a spot in the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Here's Duke one more time. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Again, stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm, and I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. At midfield, he's got room. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Watson. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Tie ball game as we play in the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Barnett. This time it's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Gets the back moving. They'll run with Watson. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off play action on first down. Out wide left, it's Martin. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Trying to get started. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the UCF sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, Holly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll run out of the gun with Watson. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Barnett. Makes the grab, it's Watson. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Catch in the middle. It's Farmer. Inside the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Keeps it on first down. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Pulls it and runs it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch it with a field goal.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Sells the run, looking to pass. In traffic, it's Casper. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Got his man down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
And BYU will get the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Sells to fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Phillips. Could not make his way to the corner.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Both of these teams off to great starts this season, trying to announce themselves as contenders, and only one can remain undefeated. Catch in the middle, it's Lyons. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Hits inside, it's Martin. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Left side, it's Martin. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
He caught it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6 and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. How about this on 1st and goal to give to the wide receiver? Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Watson. Look out! It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Barnett. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Gotta have it here on fourth down. He wants a big play here late. On target over the middle. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Makes the grab. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This is